The Boy is a film about a nanny who goes from the States to England, who is charged with looking after a young boy, or so she thinks when she arrives there. I think what's interesting to me about playing Greta is that she's a fish out of water. She's a girl running away from something in her past, and she's very much out of her element. I may have played out of her element before, but I think that the environment that she's in here is uncomfortable. There's sort of there's no one for her to confide in or to connect with really here that she's sure is safe for her. At the beginning of the film, we see a couple that seems much older than you would expect to have a 10-year-old child. And as we go through the story, we understand that they have this doll as a coping mechanism because they lost their own son at this age. So we come to find as we go through what exactly happened to their son and why they are unable to accept the loss of him and unable to move on. When Greta doesn't take the rules seriously and she doesn't look after Brahms in the way that his parents and he both expect him to be looked after, really scary things happen, and it takes a little bit, but we see that this is a result of not following the rules. They draw this chalk circle and the boy doesn't move. They draw another chalk circle and he moves, and she sort of needs him to come and see that this is real. And as soon as that's confirmed, then it's just game on. Rupert plays a grocery boy, a grocery man, a man who owns a shop. What we always thought was fun about this story is that you're kind of primed as a viewer to look out for the bad guy, and you know, he's a bit suspicious and we don't quite know why he doesn't give her all the information that she needs, and she definitely, you know, ribs him for that, and you know, you wonder at some point who's messing with her and is he responsible for this? I think what most appealed to me about this character is just the journey she goes on. I was reading the script and I was on one half really terrified and on another half so excited, and that's how I felt as we filmed it. Just that feeling of I can't wait to play this, and then this thing happens and these huge changes occur through the whole story, and it just, the sense of fun really just got me. So I was like, all right, I'll do a horror. Brent and I met very early on and definitely just kind of excitedly collaborated about the whole script from the beginning. I think it's such a great story to tell because it's really just about this one woman's journey, and Brent has such a clear idea of it and I have such a clear idea of it, and for such a sort of terrifying story we've been having so much fun deciding on the changes and the arc and everything. Firstly, she's really creeped out by the doll, and as soon as the parents leave, she throws a blanket over his head and says, I'm sorry, you creeped me out, I'm not doing this, I'm raiding the wine cupboard, I'm just gonna chill out and enjoy this house. And then creepy things start to happen, and you'd have no suspicion that it would be the doll. And then Greta starts to sort of think maybe it is something supernatural going on here, and then we have a scene where Brahms really, he doesn't reveal himself, but where the doll sort of makes a gesture and she realizes that it's very possible that it's this doll.